Hi guys, this is Stanley from Value Invest Asia. Thank you so much for all your questions and feedback on our last two videos. I really love them. Do keep them coming. So we are actually sharing a three-part series on some of the things that we would constantly be producing and sharing on our VIA club. In the past two videos, we talked about a company that we are very optimistic about, which is Walt Disney Company. And on the second video, we also talk about some of the risks that we see in the stock market, in particularly in the telco industry, and why the risk in that industry is actually higher than what most investors would think. So if you have missed out on the last two videos, do check them out previously. And today we're going to talk about another key aspect of our VIA club, which is on education. Sometimes we share a great length of educational content and sharing about how we pick stock or how I tend to manage my own portfolio. Today I wanted to go through with you guys on 5 simple steps that you can start creating your $1 million portfolio. So step 1, before we even started to invest in any stock, it is important for us to start with ourselves, to understand that we need the right investing mindset and that the stock market is not really a get rich quick scheme. So when it comes to investing, what we really need is patience. After all, if you look at Warren Buffett on how he became who he is today, he has been investing in the market for more than 70 years. Think about that. And next, we have to understand that the stock market is really a volatile place, and we have to prepare ourselves for that. It means that our stock might not always go up linearly. Let's look at the current environment, and we know that stocks can be very volatile, but if we have the patience to ride out the storm, we would definitely be able to come out on top. Step number 2 is how we can start screening for the right possible investment to add into our portfolio. Some of the tools that we use right now includes the Financial Times Screener. It is a very simple tool for us to screen for stock globally, but do bear in mind some of the data might not be very accurate, but I think it's still passable as a free tool. And you can screen for things like maybe low valuation on low PE stock, low price to book value, or even high dividend stocks. But you can also screen for high operation efficiency in a company, such as having good return on equity, a good operating margin, or even having a good cash flow. So these are some of the criteria you can decide on when screening for stocks. Right? For other stock market specific screener, sometimes we like to use for Singapore stocks the SGX screener itself on the SGX website. For Malaysian stocks, we like to use this tool called Equities Tracker Screener. And they provide a very, very thorough screen for us when we're looking for great Malaysian stocks. And for Hong Kong stocks, we like to use aastocks.com. And you can start by playing around with this tool. And once you create a list of companies that you have screened and you find them interesting and you really want to learn more about them, I would really create what I call a watch list. A watch list is basically just a list of companies that you are interested in and you would want to research on further. You can keep it in a physical notebook as your watch list booklet, or for me, I prefer to have electronic ones. I use tools like Evernote or Microsoft OneNote, or you might even just use Google Keep as well. It means that once we have selected this stock and enter them into our watch list, we don't really need to rush into our research to find out more information straight away, right? In fact, for some of the company in my watch list, I have been following and researching on them for the past 2 years before I finally invest in them. So the idea is to have that watch list so that you can keep track on the progress of the company and research them over time to become comfortable with them before you invest. Next, we have to choose the right brokerage. There are many websites out there available and let you compare the different brokerages. Do check them out. But find one that you're comfortable with, that you're gonna be able to keep your portfolio with them for a long period of time. Because switching brokerage halfway can be a very painful process. Next, it is time to plan our strategy for investment. So some of the questions that you might like to ask is, how long do I have to invest? As a rule of thumb, I would really say have an investment time period of at least 5 to 10 years. Anything below that can be very volatile for you in your portfolio. And also set a reasonable target. How much do I expect to earn in a year? Bear in mind that the market typically only return 5 to 10% a year on average over a long period of time. And some of even the greatest investor in the world only achieve roughly about 15 to 20% a year generally. So have a reasonable expectation. Don't feel that you should see the stock market as something that you can double your money every year. Next, a very important question is to ask yourself, how much time do you want to commit into managing your portfolio? This is a very important question, and it determines what kind of style of investment that we want. And then we can focus down on thinking about questions like, what type of stocks do I want in my portfolio? For example, in my own portfolio, I focus mainly on 2 types of investment: income stocks and growth stocks. So in my watch list, I only invest in companies that fulfills my objective in either finding long-term growth or give me a stable income in my investment. So once you have know very well on why you want to create your portfolio in the first place, it becomes clear when you select the different companies to add into your portfolio. And finally, it is time to start investing. You can start to invest in stocks that you have researched on and you have become comfortable by adding them on into your portfolio. And then you can monitor them by, I would recommend adding them into Google Alert. It is a free tool by Google where you can just add in the company name or the ticker into Google Alert. And every time there's news development about this company, Google will send you an email update on it. So talk about automation at its finest. And once you have all this in place, you do not need to constantly monitor the stock because Google is monitoring them for you. And it's time for you to get back to your life. Because the whole idea of investing is really to create a passive income stream. Remember that. And if you have found that you have your fundamental structure of your portfolio created, it shouldn't take too much time for you to maintain or monitor your portfolio. This is because if you're spending so much time in monitoring your portfolio, then maybe you're not really creating a passive income stream. And you're basically just trading more of your time for money. So there's just 5 simple ways that you can get started and building your $1 million portfolio. And this is just one example of a report that we cover within VIA Club. Definitely within the report, we cover it in more details on how you can do it practically. But this is a snippet for you guys on how we structure some of our reports in VIA Club. And that's the main idea of VIA Club itself, because we want to focus mainly on making the life of an investor easier. As investor ourselves, we know some of the restriction of investing in the stock market ourselves. For example, it is a lonely endeavor. It can be very complicated with information overload, and there's no really community support for us. And with all of us with time constraint on our hands, it can be a daunting task to manage our own portfolio. We really want to change that for VIA Club. We become your personal analyst, where we share with you our research, and we have a great community of hundreds of investors right now, which is sharing ideas and discussing about stocks constantly. On VIA Club, I myself will share with you a report once a week. I'll really break it down into simple terms and only focus on some of the more important things that you need to worry about as an investor. And we have really gotten great feedback on VI Club itself. It really gives us more confidence that this is definitely a service that investors are looking for. For example, we have great testimonial from an investor like Maggie, who say that she appreciates VIA Club efforts in posting live event debates about Asian stocks and also interview on industrial leaders that we showcase to our members. And Jennifer also said that VIA Club's the weekly articles and the interactive Facebook discussion is very valuable for her and in discovering true gem investment in the stock market. So thank you very much for all this great feedback. And today we have a great news for you guys. We would really like to offer this opportunity of extending this invitation for you guys to join us in VIA Club, and we have decided to open up VIA Club again with a great package for you guys. For members of our VIA Club, you're able to get to download some of our premium ebooks such as our Stock Guide 2018, and also you're able to track my portfolio on a monthly basis where I show you my entire portfolio and if I make any changes to them. I also have a weekly commentary report for you guys talking about different research that I've done or just on educational pieces that I share with you on a weekly basis. Members also get our premium podcast access, which for our Asian Mavericks podcast interview, we provide the full transcript for members in our site. And of course, you get a great access to our community, both on the forum and also on our Facebook group now with hundreds of investors inside. And lastly, as VIA Club members, you will be able to enjoy special discount rate for all our future events or even products that we come up in the future. And with all this great content, we really feel that the value of it is worth more than $2,800 a year. However, our members is able to enjoy all this with a simple membership of just $168 a year. I said we have a great package for you guys this week. For all of you who are looking to join our VIA Club, we actually have a 25% discount for your first year membership. Then that will runs up to be just $126 for the first year of your membership. And you can try out all our features with a risk-free 14-day money-back guarantee. Our offer is really for you guys for this week only, and for a simple membership fee of less than 40 cents a day, less than a cup of coffee, you're able to enjoy all these great features within VIA Club. I thank you so much for your time. I love to hear your comments and any question that you might have about VIA Club. And remember, our offers on the 25% off for your first year VIA Club membership only lasts for 1 week, and we love to see you inside. You can click on the link down below to find out more, and let's build our $1 million portfolio together. Till we meet again, I'm Stanley. Invest safely.